'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land, God bless the USA. Can you fit all that on, on the thing?
Yeah, we'll make tiny font.
Okay,
yes, Meme's going to have a real hard time with this one, but
Okay.
it's going to be very funny to see. On today's Part of My Take, we have the long-awaited Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez Checo interview. So much fun. Guys were... It was the most relaxed I've seen Max Verstappen publicly, and it was a lot of fun to talk to them.
And he talked about the Netflix show, which I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, talked about the Netflix show, growing relationship there, so hopefully we'll have them back on. We also have an incredible Mount Rushmore of America, open-ended with our good friend and Marine, Kate. Hank just gave me a look. He's the look king right now.
You know what, Hank?
He's the look king.
Hank is serving looks right now.
I'm confused.
He's just throwing looks at everyone.
Hank, all the flavors, and you choose to be this extra.
Yes. All right, well, hey, guess what?
Wait, that's not even the fuck.
Guess what, Hank? I can fix it for you. I can fix it for you right now. All these looks, why don't you save some money with your wireless carrier, and you can use that money to get some sunglasses, which we have a sunglass promotion later. And then you can wear sunglasses like PFT, and then we don't have to see your stupid looks all the time.
I'm just trying to make sure that you're...
You want mine?
Not.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure you're visible, yeah.
You can wear mine this episode.
Here, we have a bunch right here.
Here.
Yeah,
take some
take
Shady
a bunch.
Rays.
Most visible podcaster?
Right, most visible podcaster.
Because I can see you. You're right there. I'm looking at you.
So go check out Visible right now. With the extra money you could save from Visible, you can do a lot of stuff. You can pay $60 with some carriers, but with Visible, it's as low as $25 a month. Think about what you could do with that extra cash. Visible is perfect for singles. With the extra money, you could take someone on a date, or maybe you just live your single life and buy yourself dinner. Speaking of singles, what is the single best part of summer, Jake?
Playing golf.
Ooh.
That's the best part.
Okay. Playing golf.
Well, I guess if you're as good as Jake is, it's probably really fun.
Good.
Wait, are you going no sunglasses the whole show?
I think we're going goofy foot.
Oh, no.
Hank is going to be the sunglasses guy.
Well, now I got to put on sunglasses. Check out Visible. Visible. Switch to Visible at visible.com/pod. Get unlimited single line wireless for as low as $25 a month. Comparison to a single line with unlimited data at other major carriers. For plan and network details, see visible.com/pod. Visible.com/pod. Check them out today. They're our wonderful presenting sponsor. Visible.com/pod. You can get unlimited single line wireless for as low as $25 a month. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Part of My Take, presented by Visible. Go to visible.com/pod. Get unlimited single-line wireless for as low as $25 a month. Today is Wednesday, June 29th, and I'd like to begin with a quote. Normal people keep the world going, but those who dare to be different lead us into tomorrow.
You son of a bitch. That's what I was going to say.
I've made my decision to opt in. See you in the fall, A11 Evan.
All even.
All even.
All even.
That was from Kyrie Irving. Who
A11.
A11. We got to get a clarification.
Sounds like an episode title from Stranger Things.
Yeah, A11 Evan. From Kyrie Irving, who has opted in to his $37 million player option, ending the dumbest 2 days on NBA Twitter in getting ready for free agency. He is staying in Brooklyn. As of right now, he could still be traded, but as of right now, he's staying in Brooklyn. He also had quite a day on Twitter where the Barstool main account tweeted Kyrie Irving destroying every NBA team he's ever been a part of, and it was a video of the Joker walking away from the hospital as he blows it up. And Kyrie Irving corrected him and said, NBA champion and gold medalist Kyrie Irving, just thought the statement needed a correction as y'all continue to make money off my name and countless others. Notice he did not correct the fact that he has destroyed every NBA team he has ever been a part of. So he wanted a clarification on what he's accomplished, but not a clarification. You'd think if someone said that about you, you'd be like, clarification, I haven't blown up every team I've been a part of. But he, I think, knows that he has and is just clarifying that it's NBA champion and gold medalist Kyrie Irving back on the Brooklyn Nets. Championship, the big three back together again. Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, and Kevin Durant.
You can read all of Kyrie's tweets in the voice of Morpheus from The Matrix, though. They actually make more sense if you think that it's Morpheus saying them.
Yeah,
he's got like a very specific type of philosophy that could be equally at home in like a fan fiction rewrite of a fantasy film or like a Gap commercial that co-ops a famous poet.
It's essentially Kyrie Irving, and we don't know him personally, but just judging from afar, he's like your friend that decided to read On the Road one summer or listens to too much Joe Rogan podcast and is like, I have some thoughts about a lot of things. And it's like, really? Okay. Go ahead, drop it on us.
But I love Kyrie.
Yeah,
That's the thing. Like I actually am on Team Kyrie for most things because he's an agent of chaos.
Right.
And I love that in the NBA. He's also just like, he's exceptionally good when he's playing well and when he's healthy. He's one of the best players in the league and he's fun to watch. But it's just like, I like some guy that could walk into a room and you just know that by the time he's done talking, everyone's going to be like, what the fuck did that guy say?
Yeah.
And he just creates, he creates conversation, which I love. And like, I remember when he went back to Boston Garden and he was like waving the smoke around, the sage. He was like burning sage.
Yeah.
He's such a weirdo and I love that.
Well, I think we like it from afar because we don't have to be his teammates. I would guarantee his teammates don't love this.
I don't know, but he gets so much like respect from other players.
I think his teammates
they
do.
always say he's like the best one-on-one player. I want to play with Kyrie.
Playing skill. Yeah, no. I think that's his playing skill. I don't think his teammates enjoyed the last season with all the sitting out and everything. That could not have been fun.
I mean, they probably didn't enjoy the fact that he wasn't on the court, but
correct.
I feel like all of his teammates that have ever talked about him publicly have said how much they love him. They like go out of their way to compliment.
They love playing with him, yeah. But the problem is he hasn't been playing that much. And now I don't know where the net, because it felt like we were right around the Nets being one of the funniest. Like it was essentially going to be the Steve Nash, Dwight Howard Lakers Sports Illustrated cover, where the Nets were going to be like super team Nets. You know, for a minute there's James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant, and then we could have been 2 years of them playing together into just blowing the whole thing up. Because if Kyrie had opted out or demanded a trade, and then Kevin Durant demanded a trade, the Nets would have been left with nothing.
I mean, it would have been him turning down $36 million to sign for probably $6 or $7 million
if he wanted to go
else.
to a contender.
So that's. I mean,
I would have respected
honestly,
the hell out of that.
I would have too. And if there's any NBA player, any superstar that's like crazy enough to do it, it's probably Kyrie.
I would believe other stuff he says if he did that.
But with the crypto market turning down recently, I feel like Kyrie probably took a bath on that.
His bored apes are worthworthless.
All his apes gone.
Yeah.
My new salary is actually I get 3 apes an episode now.
Yes.
I converted completely to crypto.
It's just. I don't know. He's just constantly doing stuff. Like the Nets definitely don't like Kyrie anymore. The front office and the owner, they're just like, what the fuck?
That's the part where I would agree with you. Like the front office, the sitting out stuff. That's something that if you're the coach or if you're the GM, you're like, I fucking hate this guy, but he's so good. But I feel like the players that play with him, they really enjoy him.
Play with him.
I think they like him as a person too.
Play with him, yes. When they have to answer questions about why he's not playing, probably not.
Right. It's like when we get asked questions about how come there's someone missing from the show today.
Right. It's like enough already.
Yeah, I like
him
as a person, but at the
what if it was actually
as his boss, I want to light him on fire.
Yeah. What if it was just he just didn't get vaccinated? That's actually the real reason he's been sussied.
That's actually the truth.
We did have to make him.
He unvaccinated himself.
He unvaccinated himself.
He sucked it out like a snake.
Found a way. Yeah. He found a snake to suck it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kyrie Irving. Like at the end of the day, the Nets, for all the circus surrounding them, this team still could contend for a title if everyone's healthy and playing, and that's including Ben Simmons, who the fuck knows? Like, the fact that Ben Simmons and Kyrie are on the same team is just so great.
It's great for Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Because he's not the center of attention all the time, and this is the only team in the league that I think he could be on, maybe the Lakers, where there would be somebody else that would deflect that away nicely.
Yes.
And then we had John Wall moving to the Clippers.
Clippers are going to be a problem.
So Clippers are an
official
issue
problem
right now.
They are a problem.
Playoff P is back this season.
Is John Wall him?
He's him.
Kawhi is him.
Kawhi is him.
They got three. They got 3 hymns.
They have 3 hymns.
Kawhi he plays every other year. He's like the Giants when they used to win the World Series on even years. That's what Kawhi does. He just if he gets dinged up, he'll just not play for 12 months.
But if he's
he'll
healthy,
come back and be dominant.
But everyone does their top 5 and they forget Kawhi, and then he comes back and plays one insane year, and they're like, Kawhi, best player in the league, and then he's just gone.
But I'm rooting
Celtics
for
Clippers.
I'm rooting for John Wall.
Celtics Clippers. This is the part of the NBA season though that like it's too much because they stack the draft and then free agency on Thursday right after the finals, and it's like I need a break.
I'm also, this goes back to me being confused all the time about NBA contracts. So the Houston Rockets are paying John Wall $40 million to not play for them this year.
Correct.
Did I get that straight?
Correct.
And then last year they paid him $47 million to also not pay.
Correct.
So he's then going to go 2 years in a row not playing for the Houston Rockets.
Correct.
And they will have paid him $87 million.
But think about the cap space they're going to have coming up.
You can't put a price on that.
It's all about the new cap space. The Knicks are continuously trying to get cap space.
Can we just invest?
To then get some awesome superstar be like, nah, I don't want to play for you.
I mean, if this was any other industry, like I feel like the feds would be investigating them for money laundering.
Yeah. It doesn't.
Well, I also get why, like,
sunk cost. Sunk
cost.
It's hard to stay motivated.
What
is that a personal?
No,
thing?
when you're getting if I was getting paid $40 million and I could be like, yeah, I don't, if you guys are like, I don't want you to podcast.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
Still going to pay you $40 million.
Yeah, but you want to win.
But like,
right?
When you want to be at the top of the chart.
Yeah, but it takes a little bit out of your sales.
You want to win when you're in college and you're in high school and you're broke, and then you get paid $100 million for playing 20 games in 3 years.
Yeah, what you're saying right now, Hank, is John Wall and Kyrie might not have that dog in them.
No.
They might not have that dog.
I feel like John Wall is still dogged up, though.
I don't know.
I do too.
He
But
was
also,
injured,
it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, but Kyrie, I think you can say, like, he might have a dog, but it's like, maybe like a lab that is just like maybe an older lab.
Well, I mean, the fact that he's hanging on Olympics pretty much tells you all you need to know.
Especially when Melo has 3 gold medals.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here, dude. And a bronze. No big deal.
Wait, what's happened to the United States since Kyrie won a gold medal?
Wait, did
it's gone downhill.
Was he won 2016 gold medal, I think. Yes. Yeah, I know. It is
like
the
life
only,
was so much cooler.
Like, if
in
that's what you're flexing about, then you're
Hank,
pretty much saying you don't have
that was the best
in you.
summer of your life.
Yeah.
2016.
True.
After Kyrie happened,
Prince.
he destroyed that team too.
Yeah.
2011, not bad.
Yeah, but it was.
We should do a Mount Rushmore of summers.
69. Lifetime summers.
Just any summer.
Any summer. Just pick it. Yeah, I don't hate that. The
summer 98.
2003 was
home
a good
run
summer.
race.
2004 was better, actually.
Yeah, there's some good summers out there.
Yeah,
this summer's
going to
be
solid.
Brazy.
Oh my god!
It's going to be what?
It's going to be brazy. What is brazy?
I need to learn that
Someone
word.
said it the other day, and I was like, "What is that? What did you just say? It's crazy and what?"
If you're a blood.
Oh,
because you can't say C.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. So that really doesn't work for me.
No,
I don't even know if that. I might have just made that up. I don't know if that's true.
Well, let's have a brazy summer. Why not? Fuck it.
Let's get it.
Let's just the
So
summer
you're not
of
a
brazy.
Crip.
I guess I'm not. I guess I just showed my allegiance.
All right.
That's true. So yeah, Kyrie, John Wall, probably not. Mini dogs.
No, I think John Wall's got a dog.
He's got a dog. He's been hurt.
He's got a dog. It's like it's a well-trained family pit bull that lives inside John Wall.
And he's had kennel cough for a while.
I think he's like relatively healthy. He's getting over it. He's getting over it. He's had all his shots against Parvo, and he's ready to go. But he's a snuggly dog. He's a snuggly pit bull. I feel like Kyrie Irving. Yeah, he's an older. He's like the dog's not in him anymore. The dog's like on his lap.
There's a dog, but there's a dog somewhere in there. But like every now and then you can throw a tennis ball around, and then the dog will sleep for 18 hours.
Yeah,
that type of dog.
The dog's slowly going blind.
Yes, exactly. But it can still, like if you open the fridge, the dog will show up.
Oh, it still knows what the can opener sounds like.
Yes. All right. Other news. So we have the NBA free agency coming. I feel like this is not a big free agency because there's not like one huge name. But I'm sure we'll have some news coming on Thursday over the weekend.
Do we know what's going to happen with James Harden? Is that completely decided?
He's got to opt in too, I think.
So he's going to opt back in Philly.
But he's also found, like, Daryl Morey is the one guy who will just pay James Harden whatever because he loves him so much. Mm-hmm. He is the Christian Horner to Max Verstappen analogy because this is an F1 podcast. The other news is looks like the Browns have just made the worst decision of all time.
Yeah. So we're first reporting on Part of My Take that Deshaun Watson will be suspended for an indefinite year.
Yep.
On Friday.
Yeah.
So we just know Roger Goodell that much that's what's going to happen.
There's been some leaks that have it basically. I love how the NFL operates. they've told enough people that this is what it's going to be as a trial balloon.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what would you guys think if we suspended him for a year? And now all the stories are like, wow, the Browns are really fucking stupid because Jacoby Brissett might have to be their starting quarterback for a year. And so they've sent out those trial balloons, and people seem to be okay with it. So it will probably be an indefinite suspension for at least a year, and then maybe some more of next year.
So my guess is it will be a suspension for a year, and then the appeal is going to come through because it gets, they have the right to appeal that suspension, and then Goodell is going to be like, okay, I'll like reduce it to 14 games or 12 games or something like that. That's what I think is going to happen.
Although sometimes what they'll do is they'll do the conversation before where they will decide the length knowing that he's not going to appeal. Like, they'll come to an agreement.
But it's not
Deshaun Watson being like, all right, you suspend me for a year, we won't appeal, just take away the indefinite.
But Goodell is not deciding the initial suspension.
Right.
It's an independent person that's doing that, and then Goodell
totally independent.
But then Goodell just hears the appeal.
Yeah, they're totally independent.
Yeah.
Goodell has
would
nothing
never
to do with it.
He would never interfere with
There's
the
no
league
back
business in
channels
that way.
going on.
So I feel like the Browns really fucked up by paying him. And if you look at the most recent thing that came out, I think it was in the Times yesterday, about they're suing.
Picayune?
No, the Times.
Oh.
The New York Times. The Gray Lady.
Got it.
The paper of record.
Got it.
They're suing the Houston Texans because the Texans allegedly provided Deshaun Watson with hotel rooms after the team masseuse was like, hey, this is kind of weird that Deshaun keeps using all these independent massage therapists that he finds on Instagram.
Right.
So like they sounded the alarm to the Texans, and Texans were like, yeah, we'll just keep getting him his hotel rooms. And one of them is like complaining about him. Tell you what, you can also use our NDA that we have ready for you, Deshaun.
Yeah, just sitting over here.
So it looks like the Texans are probably liable in all this too, to a certain degree.
The Browns and Texans should just have to play like a 7-game series.
That's it?
In July to decide what happens.
Just to entertain us.
Yes. Purely entertainment.
Davis Mills doesn't deserve this.
Davis Mills is the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is so Browns. Like, that one day of happiness where it's like, hey, we got Deshaun Watson. And actually kind of cheap, What are we paying him, $1 next year or something?
You know what I did?
$1 million, I think.
So I put a future on the Browns the day before they got Deshaun, not because of Deshaun, but for our friend Jeff D. Lowe's birthday. I put a significant future. I got him at, I want to say it was like plus 3,000. And then the news happened and the odds shot down to plus 1,500. I made a tough decision last week. I cashed out of that future because I wouldn't feel right winning.
Good. That's big. I'm not going to draft Deshaun Watson on any of my fantasy teams. You heard it here first.
Deshaun Watson is suspended from part of my take.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Heard it here
Pending
first.
appeal.
And I won't draft him for this year.
Yep.
Next year, totally different.
If he's on waivers, though, like if he doesn't get drafted because he's suspended.
Yeah, you might
and then
pick him up and stash him. Just
QB
in case
gets hurt,
he comes back for like week 16.
Yep.
Super Bowl.
But he's off my big board.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I won't even look at him.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's going to do that. That will be the guy in your fantasy league that does the auto draft, who misses the draft, and he gets Deshaun Watson in the second round.
Mm-hmm. I want to see if there's anybody out there. Here's where the rubber meets the road. If you've got a keeper league and you've got Deshaun Watson as like your franchise guy,
got to cut him.
You got to cut him.
Got to cut him. If you stand for anything, you got to cut him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're getting into that time zone right now where it's about to be July, and we're going to have people tweeting us being like, man, I already did my draft and this guy got hurt. Just a reminder, don't do your fantasy draft until the last week of August.
Yep.
Even maybe the Tuesday before the Thursday kickoff.
That's usually when I like
when
to
you
go.
do it.
That Monday or that Tuesday.
The freaks out there that draft their fantasy team in July and then they're shocked when like half their roster's gone before the season starts. Stop doing that.
Yep.
Stop doing. I bet you there's someone right now who has already done their fantasy draft and they have Deshaun Watson and they're going to be like, oh, now he's suspended for a year? Fuck. This sucks. No, you shouldn't do it that early.
And I heard that Hank's going to be naming fantasy teams if you tweet at him.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
No, that is.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Is that just a rumor I heard?
Yeah.
That was a nasty rumor someone's spreading.
Tweet at you and then, you'll do draft order and you got this. Quick, do our fantasy teams.
No.
I like
Hank.
you in sunglasses. You're a lot less surly.
Yeah, you look way chiller.
Yeah.
Is this what I look like every show? Like stoned?
Silver Foxes,
Oh, nice. Okay, that's for Jake.
Short Kings.
Ooh.
Was that for Big Cat?
Yeah, it's
for
kind
you.
of a funny thing, like
You're
Biggie
Big Cat.
Smalls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about Jake? Best in the office? Hank can't beat him even on his best day.
I think it's got to be Lamar's
Double
Jakeson.
sportsmanships.
Yeah. Did you play some golf this morning, Hank?
No,
Damn, you're getting rusty.
I've been busy.
Yeah. So many meetings. So many meetings.
Actually,
Yeah, I know. Right.
it's crazy.
All right, let's do hot seat, cool throw, and then we got the Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez interview, and then the Mount Rushmore of America with Kate. We're brought to you by our friends at Game Time, the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Game Time is a ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. They cracked the code on how to score deals on last-minute tickets. I went to Dead & Company at Wrigley on Friday. It was incredible. Going back to, seeing concerts in the summer, it's going to be a brazy summer. I've already said that. So it's going to be Dead & Company. I was able to find the tickets. I flew to Chicago, didn't have the tickets, got them like 3 hours before. Great seats, great deal. And it basically made my entire week because it was my favorite band at Wrigley, my favorite stadium, and it was all because of Game Time. So the biggest last-minute price drops can be found on the seats you thought you could never buy. Download the Game Time app, go to the Accounts tab to create a login, and redeem code PMT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download Game Time, last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Game Time has it all. Anything this summer, baseball, concerts, anything you're looking for, Game Time has it. Download that Game Time app. Use code PMT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Okay, Hank, hot seat, cool throne.
My hot seat is cruises.
Uh-oh. Oh.
What?
Oh.
No.
This is crazy.
Yeah, you think of cruises,
Yeah.
on the sea,
Yeah.
in a boat, bunch of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it.
And I don't know if this is just like an internet thing. Like, there's no way that although there has to be. I think there's real people that sit in an office and actually have come up with these plans, designs. They put out the pictures of a plane cruise.
Yeah.
It's like a massive, bigger than, whatever, like 4 aircraft. I guess, what do you call the big aircraft carriers in the sky?
Big,
you talking about
you're talking
777?
about cargo planes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Like
going to
an
say
AC
aircraft carrier, but that's on the sea,
AC-310,
right?
the gunship? Or?
Yeah. It's like 10 of those.
777s.
Okay.
It's like, so whatever. Siete sevens.
Siete sevens.
Quadruple sevens.
Yeah, so it's a
quadruple seven.
A nuclear-powered air cruise that
Yeah.
I don't really understand how this works. It also, why would I want to just be on a plane for
Yeah, so
hours and hours and hours?
Well, because they have, they have the indoor water park and they have all the stuff.
Yeah, I'm
similar
calling
to a
cap
cruise
on all
where it's
this.
like, why would you want to be on a boat for so long? Because you're chilling at all these cool little places on the plane, and then you land in a cool place.
no, it's cap. It's certified cap. If you look at all the engines,
I'm going to leave, I think.
if you look at all the engines on that plane, you know how much that fucking thing weighs? I don't think it's possible. Speaking from an aviation standpoint, I don't think that it's possible. Even
Isn't it
like
a lot
It's also stupid.
with the thrust to weight ratio, you'd have to have like 40 engines to get that thing off the ground.
Isn't this just a video
wrong
that
with that?
doesn't Business Insider just make these videos to keep the lights on in between hit pieces about us? That's pretty much all they do.
Well, sometimes
check out this new car that is never going to be driven, but wouldn't it be cool?
they'll also do like 40 satisfying things, and it'll just be like somebody playing with Play-Doh.
Yeah, or you'd never guess where this cheese is made.
20
This
electric
little
engines.
Guatemalan city makes all the cheese in the world.
20 electric engines.
20 electric engines powered by
5,000 guests.
powered by nuclear fusion.
I'm just going to say this. If this is real, I will absolutely laugh when it crashes and everyone dies. I'm just going to say it. This is not... There's some things that you're just not supposed to do. This is one of them. So if anyone goes on this cruise and they crash and die, I will not be sad for 1 second.
I mean, it's 1,000,000% going to crash.
Yes.
Like
and everyone's going to die.
Because there's no way to test fly this until you actually make the real thing.
Right.
You're not going to
There's a movie theater in it.
No, listen, you're getting taken for a ride.
Yeah,
here,
you
Hank.
are.
I would love to get taken for a ride.
you got
I want you... All right, I'll sign you up for the first trip. I will pay whatever amount of money it takes to get you on that first flight.
Yeah.
All I'm saying
I'll
is
bring a
if
parachute.
I'm in a hotel in the sky, they better give me a parachute.
Yeah.
Just in case I have to jump out.
Uh-huh. But it flies really high, I think.
And who's going to pilot it? There's no man on earth that can fly that plane.
You.
Yeah.
Good point, Jake.
Yeah.
Sully.
Only you.
All of
Sully can fly that plane.
Yes. All right. Your cool throne.
My cool throne is nuts, specifically Nutter Butter.
Mm.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys saw this yesterday, but the latest, sometimes corporate accounts can get cute. Sometimes they're really cringy. Sometimes they're a little over the top. This is one of the most over the top ones I've seen lately. Nutter Butter, just the Nutter Butter account at Nutter Butter. Shout out for the free ad. Tweeted, N is for the way you nut at me.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't get it.
Me neither. It's just like
Just
trying to
brand
be
getting
cool.
horny.
it's just extremely horny tweet from a brand.
That's like, did you see BP Gas had a Pride post? Gas is gay. Just so you know. I just hope someone's like, what the fuck? I'm not buying gas anymore.
Wait, is that what it said?
No, it was just like, it was, hold on, I'll
I
find it.
thought that BP literally tweeted just gas.
That
Yeah,
would
that'd
be
be
funny.
that'd be the best tweet
That'd be
ever.
incredible if it was just gas is gay.
You know who else is a really horny brand? Radio Shack. Radio Shack. They tweeted yesterday, "Hey, at Miley Cyrus, you up?"
Oh,
Jesus.
so you're running that account
Just
now?
clout chasing
Yeah,
me.
some competition.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm so over Miley.
Yeah. So over, or you just brought her up?
No, I haven't even thought about her in like years.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's your hot seat cool throne. Good job, Hank. PFT.
They
Hey,
also-
look at this. Look at this. it's BP Mexico. They did a Pride post.
Was
Yep.
it just like
Gas is gay.
oil, but like in rainbow?
I
They
don't know. I'm gonna
made oil look
translate.
like a
I'm gonna
rainbow.
translate it. Let's see. Translate tweet. It says, "Gas is gay." No, it's taking forever because our internet sucks.
Radio Shack also tweeted out a bunch of Radio Shack logos staring at the Wendy's logo on the couch. So it's the meme where it's like the 5 of them standing around the little girl on the couch. Kind of creepy.
Yeah, that is kind of
Creepy Radio Shack. They're getting ready to bang out Wendy's.
Hey, do you think you get the Wi-Fi fixed in this fucking place?
No.
I mean, this is crazy.
Couldn't
I can't
do it.
even be on the internet.
Couldn't do it in Milton. Couldn't do it here.
Fucking
Maybe
Pete.
Chicago.
Fuck Pete. What a fuck. All right, go ahead, PFT.
My hot seat is integrity. And maybe we can do this as a group because I just did see the text that came through. I think Jake was planning on discussing this, and Hank sent it out as well. There was a Colorado Avalanche beat writer that picked up the Stanley Cup
Oh, no.
and celebrated with the team and called it one of the best nights of his life. And frankly,
Gross.
he should be executed.
Yeah. Send him to the live tour.
They should chop his head off. Like that's no. You know what journalism is supposed to be in America? It's supposed to be fearless truth tellers, impartial scribes that pay attention to the warts and all, and can be counted on to tell the truth and speak truth to power. In this case, this man celebrated the Stanley Cup.
That's bullshit.
I
want
think
it
death.
all taken away.
I
yeah.
think death. Jake,
Yes.
what do you think? What's the right punishment?
So some people are saying he should be fired. Some people are saying,
Actually,
I mean, that's what the tweets are. I did a blog on it. and
any
some
blue
people
check
are-
marks saying he should be fired?
A blue check mark said
What's his name?
the guy.
Jay Mariotti?
No, the guy who got in trouble is I'm blanking on it. Mike Chambers of the Denver Post.
Gross.
Post.
Don't say that name around me anymore.
And a blue check mark. Jeff Pearlman quote tweeted.
Oh, we've had him on the show.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Probably
Talk his book.
before my time, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
He gets angry a lot online.
Yeah, he's a big time, and I like his books. I've read his books. He's a very talented author, but he has a lot of like, gonna have to log off for the rest of the afternoon.
Dear
It's like, dude, you
journalists.
know, you're just sitting in your backyard right now checking Twitter.
Dear journalists, what not to do ever.
Oh, he hit him with a dear journalist.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's tough
Respect
coming from
the
a big
biz.
J.
Yeah.
Respect the
I
goddamn
partied with the
biz.
team once, but I think it's different when you're a member of the traveling party.
Oh, don't
I
try
cut down
no
the
Jake.
net. No, it's
Jake.
different.
Why?
You're part of the traveling party.
He's not part of the
You're
team.
sitting- exactly. That's the difference.
So if you're part of the traveling party, you still should not celebrate.
That's not true.
You shouldn't show any joy at all.
No,
Yeah.
he wasn't. You were broadcasting, not
Right.
journalizing.
Yeah, journalizing is totally different.
Yeah. So
Agreed.
I don't really care, but I think it's funny how mad people get.
I mean, there's somewhere in the middle here where it is a little weird because it's like
It also
the beat
depends,
writer,
like,
but I also
did-
just don't care.
Did the owner be like, come party with us, or did he just walk in the party?
Right.
Like, that's a big factor.
I think if you, I mean, I guess I have no journalistic integrity, but if I was covering one specific team, like
you want them to do well.
yeah,
The better they do, the more clicks you get.
and you develop relationships with the
We
players.
root for storylines.
But then again, if they go 21-58 or whatever, is he gonna stay neutral?
Right, and like the reason it was the best what do you say? Best season of my life, best day of my life.
The most memorable experience of my career.
So, but yeah, like when you're a beat reporter, you want the team you're covering to win a Stanley Cup.
Correct. It makes
so he could have been talking about the overall
yeah
experience. I'm sure he got a lot more buzz, a lot more clicks and stuff during this playoff run.
He's going to be persona non grata when he gets back to the press box.
Oh yeah, he's going to get death stares.
Oh man,
all of next season.
And it's let's just completely strip away all of like the people getting on their high horses here. 99% of the anger is going to be jealousy.
Of course.
Like, that he was able to do that and party with the team, and they weren't because of some fucking class they took at Syracuse. Not to name names.
Can you imagine being in sports media and your favorite team wins a Stanley Cup, and then you get to hang out with the Stanley Cup? Could you even put yourself in that position? I would say no.
Yeah.
I'd
be like,
well, you wouldn't be allowed because you don't have pants.
I would say no.
Yeah, I'd excuse myself from the entire
there are more
situation.
important things.
You can't be an objective coverage of the team anymore.
Yeah, like for example, if I had partied with like the Capitals after they won, then once like Ovi was doing his whole Putin thing, then I would probably speak up about that.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was like good friends with him, then I probably wouldn't say anything.
Right.
If I was like too close to him, then I'd probably just sweep it all under the rug and pretend
your silence
that he's not best friends with Putin.
Yeah.
So thankfully, I didn't do that.
All right, your cool throne?
Oh yeah, my cool throne. My cool throne is neon. I saw a picture come out. The Barbie movie's coming out soon.
Oh yeah.
It's got Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie in it. Mm-hmm. I feel like this summer neon is back. The 80s are coming back like for real.
It's gonna be brazy.
It's gonna be brazy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be brazy. It's gonna be. You know what? I feel like brazy summer is. The official colors are just neon.
I do think that this is the summer where everyone's like, man, finally COVID is over. Like, we're going to keep doing this. I think every summer's be like, this is going to be the craziest summer ever for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Man, we can finally do it this summer.
And fans are back in sports.
Fans are back. We're going to do neon.
No, the neon.
Get brazy.
The neon look, it's been enough time where you can look at it.
Is that just because your truck is neon?
Well, no, my truck is rainbow.
Yeah, rainbow.
Because you got a house in the Jersey Shore.
What's that?
And because you got a house in the Jersey Shore.
Listen,
rainbows. Wait, is Jersey Shore? Is that like a big neon place? Because it wasn't last year.
Yeah,
I guess
rainbow or neon looks good if you have a tan. It just does. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what type of neon. It looks good when you have a tan.
I think that's my goal. Last summer was like novelty drink summer for me. I think this year it's seafood towers, which by the way are fantastic. Mm-hmm. Seafood towers and neon.
There we go. And brazy.
And brazy. Well, neon is the brazy
is by definition brazy.
It's
correct,
the brazy
correct.
aesthetic, yeah.
All right, my hot seat is Hank and Liam are just ready to get the fuck out of here. My hot seat is the ACC Coastal Division. So the ACC has decided that starting next year, they are combining both divisions, and it will just be the top two teams going forward. Very, very sad day for all next year, 2023. So you have three teams that you play every year, and then it's a rotating schedule off that. But we lose the ACC Coastal Division, and it's a very sad day because I think they were doing this just because the ACC Coastal finally got hot. They had not won an ACC championship in the last decade. They finally do with Pitt, and then they shut the whole thing down.
Yep.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's absolute bullshit.
It was always funny looking at those two divisions.
Oh,
and
it's the
seeing,
best.
Like, well, Clemson.
Yeah, well, yeah, and you had that little Virginia Tech run in like the late 2007 to 10, and then I went back and I looked, and since they've been doing divisions, I think it was something like the ACC Coastal went 5-16 in the championship game, and one of those wins was Georgia Tech, who had it vacated. So they just got the shit kicked out of them every year. Now combine them. It's going to be sad though, because it's always nice to have that one thing you can point to and be like, hey, we're not the ACC Coastal.
The U is back too.
Yeah, big time.
So that's. I mean, I never really saw the purpose of having those two divisions. Just like I never really understood when the Big Ten did like the legends and leaders thing. It's just they try to create rivalries sometimes that don't really exist.
Yeah,
and it's like if you put these two teams next to each other every year, then maybe their fan bases will start to hate each other.
And
but it doesn't. You can't force that.
Right. And let's be very honest. I am deathly afraid of the Big Ten doing the same thing because the Big Ten West is the ACC Coastal of the Big Ten, and I don't want that to change. So too bad for ACC Coastal teams. You have one last year.
And
try
also,
to get there.
I think Virginia Tech's thing ended before that because JMU beat them in Blacksburg in 2010.
Well, no, they
a
won.
game.
I think they won 08. Let's see. It was
I think it was 21-16.
07. Yeah, no, they won in 10. They won in 07, 08, and 10.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Even though the same year they got beaten by a 1AA school.
Yeah,
Oh,
they won
crazy.
the ACC Coastal or ACC Championship. Okay, my cool throne is tennis. Wimbledon is back. I'm going to watch at least one game of Wimbledon. I also laughed really hard because someone tweeted at me. They're like, "Hey, Wimbledon's here. Can you guys get a tennis player on?" And I was like, "Okay, dude."
We'll have Jeannie Bouchard back on.
Yeah, Jake's here. He can talk about it.
Yeah,
Jake-
that was actually my hot seat. Is Novak Djokovic?
What?
He lost a set and people are freaking out.
Oh, one set?
All right,
one
I'm out.
set.
I'm out on Wimbledon. I'm out on Wimbledon.
Jake, give me your power rank. Top 3 tennis players in the world.
Right now or ever?
Right now.
Right now it's Rafa, Joker, and
That guy from Germany,
Zverev.
Serena.
Zverev.
Tommy
Medvedev.
Paul.
Is there a
Tommy Paul.
Medvedev?
Yep,
Jack
Medvedev.
Sock.
Yeah,
The Jack Sock's
I thought
good.
Medvedev's 3.
Serena.
It's got it's
Serena.
got to be Serena.
Yeah, you
That-
have
she
to
should
have
have been
Sam
number
Querrey
1.
is American.
So
He's
you
an
have
AWL.
you have no guys, you have no girls in your top 3 overall.
I like Osaka.
Is she going to play?
Wait, didn't she
I don't
quit?
I don't know if she's playing in this tournament. I'm not positive.
Talking tennis.
Jeannie Bouchard.
Yeah.
We'll see her at the U.S. Open.
Serena's got to
No,
be
we
number
won't.
1.
No,
I
we
will.
won't.
You guys want to go inside baseball for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot to bring this up in the previous. Maybe
Are we
we'll cut
still
this.
talking tennis?
What if theoretically you guys could get all access press to a U.S. Open
Still
day?
out.
A day.
For a day.
Is it
Out.
what day is it? Is it the
Any day.
the last
Listen,
day?
We do a lot of sports in
With
the
a
show.
with,
we have
with a
F1 coming up.
guaranteed interview, and you guys could bounce around as reporters.
But who do we interview?
Anyone that's there.
Here's what I'll say to you, Hank. If the U.S. Open is willing to make me a ball boy, I will attend.
Well,
I will be a ball boy
be careful.
for the U.S. Open.
Be careful with that, Big Cat, because they have just made bloggers ball boys before.
Yeah.
Just for asking.
That's true. But I will. I will be a ball boy.
I did it.
I think you guys doing a video there would be great.
My first summer, I was.
Fuck you. That's corporate Hank talking. I hate
No,
him.
that's not.
I hate it.
That's
I
what it's
honestly
like,
don't think that you do want to be a ball.
That's
a ball boy.
not.
I would just because it would be funny
That's
to just
content,
be on the
Hank.
screen and like fuck up.
That's caring about the listeners, Hank. And
I did a day
viewers.
there my first summer.
Yeah.
I did King of the Court in a suit. I ate some food.
Yeah. Oh wow. Sounds
it's
incredible.
One of the most memorable videos.
Yeah.
But no, Big Cat.
It was hot. It was so hot.
Here's what they'll do. They'll say, "Oh, Big Cat said they want to be a ball boy," so they'll get him out there.
It's gonna be a real game.
They'll get you out there for like a training day, and they'll be like, here's how you do it," and then it'll just be like, "Big Cat trains to be a ball
No,
boy." and
I
you
won't
don't
do
get
that.
in.
No, I'm saying I have to go from 0 to 60. I have to go from not a ball boy, no idea how tennis even works, to ball boy. If they do that, I'm in. That's talking tennis. All right, Jake, your hot seat. Cool.
My hot seat was Novak. There's an article. Novak Djokovic overcomes second set stumble to win Wimbledon opener. Another one said bad day at the office despite winning 3 sets to
fuck?
1. So they're just
moving
expecting
the goalposts on my boy.
they're expecting 6-love, 6-love, 6-love
That's
every
bullshit.
match.
Yeah.
My cool throne is fantasy running backs. We have a boxing match between Adrian Peterson and Le'Veon Bell next month.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Does he get to use a tree branch?
Wait. So does this mean? does this mean that Le'Veon Bell's contract didn't? Because you'd assume he needs the money.
Right. He is.
I know Adrian Peterson
July
needs
30th.
the money.
Isn't Le'Veon Bell still in the NFL?
I think so.
Yeah. What contract is like? Hey, yeah, you can go ahead and box.
The Bucks waived him January 22nd.
Oh, that's right, he was on the
shitty.
Bucks,
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so that'll be fun.
Yeah, so it's like
See the
2012
highlights.
all over again.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna feel like a little dirty watching that. I
Well, I'm
think.
not gonna watch it. I'm like Hank said. You're gonna see a highlight and then be like, "Oh, okay, cool. Next, let me see
Yeah.
the next journalist who's broken the code."
I think it's got to be Adrian Peterson though if you're betting on this, right?
Yes,
Like a
without a doubt.
way more physical player.
It would be funny if Le'Veon Bell boxed like he runs and didn't throw a punch for the first 15 seconds of every round.
Yeah, what his
And left his face super open and
Yeah,
vulnerable.
his hands at his sides.
his strategy is going to be get into the ring and then wait until somebody bigger than you goes and takes the guy out.
Yes. Okay, let's do our interview. Everyone's been wanting it. Apologies for it being late. Also, we have Coors Light Pocket Teas now available in the Barstool Sports store. That's just a bonus. Sick ones. But let's do the interview. Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez. Before we do that, Pietro, you got a quick word?
Yeah, before we get to this interview, I want to talk to you about our great friends over at Shady Rays. Hank's rocking Shady Rays right now. Hank's a big-time indoor sunglasses boy all summer long. Hank's chilling out with his Shady Rays. They offer an industry-best combination of fit, style, and performance without the big brand price tag. Shady Rays offers the most insane protection program in all of eyewear. Every pair is backed by lost and broken replacements. If you lose or break your pair, even on day one, they will send you a brand new pair. Wear with confidence wherever you go. I'm going to be at the beach. I'm going to be getting brazy in my neon. I'm going to be rocking my Shady Rays. It's going to be a fit. We're getting fits off this summer, boys. Shady Rays is the perfect piece to complete your ensemble. If you don't love them, exchange for a new pair or return them for free within 30 days. There's no risk when you shop with Shady Rays. Their team always has your back. Exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their very best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com/PMT50 for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. That's 50% off 2 or more pairs when you go to shadyrays.com/PMT50. And now here is Max Verstappen and Checo.
Okay, we now welcome on a pair of very special guests. It is Max Verstappen and
are we very special?
Yeah, very special. Very special.
Very, there's two of them.
Yeah, very. And it's Sergio Perez, who you just heard. We got to start Sergio. Checo or Sergio? Which one are we going by?
Checo.
Okay. So I read a story when someone asked you how you got the nickname, and you were like, it's pretty much the most unremarkable story ever. Can you tell us how you got the nickname Checo?
Yeah, basically in Mexico, all the Sergios are called Checos. So it's not like a nickname I choose or people choose on me, It's just automatic.
Yeah.
It's like in the U.S. with Richard and Dick.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Dick Richard.
Yes, exactly. Sweet. So this might be confusing, but did your parents maybe think about just naming you Checo? Because it's like, that if they name you Sergio, you're Checo.
Yeah, I need to get you my dad's name, to make sure you ask him, because I don't know what was he thinking. Everyone calls me Checo, no one calls me Sergio.
That makes sense.
If we ran into Sergio Garcia and just right off the bat we called him Checo, would he be cool with that, do you think?
Yeah, he would love it. I'm
okay,
sure.
I'm going to file that one away in case we interview him.
Okay, so we're very excited to have you guys on. Just to be totally upfront, we are Drive to Survive fans, and then we'll watch F1.
He's also a big fan of it.
Yeah, Max, you're such a big fan of it. You just weren't on in the last season, huh?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm saving all my energy for the next one.
You just wanted to just consume it as a fan. You didn't want to be a participant. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just paying my monthly subscription to Netflix, and it's great.
Is there anything about that series, because it's obviously done wonders here in the United States to increase just the fandom of F1 racing and awareness of F1 racing? Is there anything about the series though that you watch and you see how it's edited and you're like, man, they really don't show it as we experience it?
Well, I'm not gonna be too negative about it now, because in the meantime, of course, I've talked to the people who are in charge and who are running the show. So I think we actually came to a good understanding for the future. But up until now, that's why, of course, last year I was not really involved. I think there were a few things, where I was not really happy with, and especially faking rivalries between drivers. That for me is a tough one, because of course it did wonders in America, but also I think sometimes they portray a few drivers differently to how they actually are, and then of course the people who are new to F1 think, oh, this guy is a bit of a dick or whatever, right? Which in real life he's not. But having said that, like I just said before, I think for the future we came to a good understanding of how we can work together. So yeah, I'm sure in the next one you will see a little bit more of me. Okay, so you the fake rivalries, I get that. I'll just cross off the question: why do you hate Daniel Ricciardo? We just won't get into that. No, we're big fans of Danny Rick. We've had him on the show a bunch. We've also had on your guys. Would you say he's your boss or coach, Christian Horner? What is that officially? Is he your boss? He's my best friend and my mate.
Well,
and we, yeah.
That's what I was gonna ask because does he ever look at you, Max, and you're like, dude, chill out, like you love me a little too much?
Not yet.
Sometimes.
To Checo, yeah.
Checo knows
but, you know, Checo is just like, you know, he's from South America, you know, so of course I think that's quite a natural behavior for Checo. So yeah, we do have to calm him down a few times.
Yeah, Checo's like, wait, are you about to try to kiss Max? What's going on here, Christian?
I always have to calm him down, you know, because when there are a lot of cameras around and they're like get too close. Especially my first date with Red Bull, it was a bit shocking.
Yeah.
So when we had him on, he was telling us about his pre-race routine as the principal, and he said that he always has to find the perfect toilet to piss in before the races, and he can always tell if he picks the correct porta potty and it's going to be a good day. I guess he's been doing pretty good selecting which toilets he's gonna choose this week. Is that something?
Yeah, the team now carries a personal toilet, so for him especially.
Yeah, it's like Kim Jong-un when he travels with his own toilet on the train.
Exactly.
Is there a moment where, like, before the race, he ever tells you guys, he's like, yeah, I hit the right hole this morning. You guys are in good shape.
I thought there was only one hole anyway in the toilet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but does he let you know, like, hey, look, it doesn't matter if the car's fast. I went to the right porta potty. We're good.
You know, this is actually the first time I heard that from Christian. So I'm gonna buy him for his birthday a toilet, a Japanese toilet, you know, with the heating,
so to make
and
sure
having the spray, like, you know, having it hit the right trajectory.
Yeah, you have to make sure it hits right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love that. We did a bad job starting out here. We didn't ask it. Easy question: which one of you guys is faster?
Ooh.
We leave that up to you to decide.
Okay, Checo.
You can decide that one.
I'll say Checo.
I'll say
watch Max get mad.
I never get mad. Never.
So
I'm literally the calmest person on this earth. So
I actually read a story about that, and it's crazy because obviously, you know, you guys are both very, very competitive. You're in a sport that is like crazy and adrenaline. I read a story, Max, that like before races, you're sometimes playing like FIFA and just hanging out. Like, is that true that you have that calmness to you before you're about to go 200 plus miles an hour around corners?
I mean, not 1 hour before the race, but let's say
maybe
we have
20 minutes before.
if like the race is like a night race or whatever, and I only need to leave the hotel in the afternoon, I would wake up, of course, a bit earlier, and sometimes I squeeze in a few games. Yeah.
Okay. Now, in terms of the video game, like, do you guys use the video game to prep for courses at all, or is there a simulator that you're able to use that's like better than that?
Yeah, well, I mean, we have a whole setup, of course, back at the factory in Milton Keynes, which is pretty incredible, you know, where we set up the car ready before we actually get to the racetrack itself. So we do spend a lot of time on that, yeah. So I wouldn't call that a video game. For me, like the video game, especially like on my laptop, I just enjoy like talking to my friends and just having a bit of fun, you know, because it's also a nice way of just relaxing, you know, outside of racing.
Basically, I was asking if I'm good at the video game, do you think I could do your job?
Yeah, you will be a world champion.
What about you, Checo? Before each race, do you find that you have to get yourself amped up? Do you like being excited going into it? Or are you in a mode where you're trying to calm yourself down?
No, I'm pretty chilled before the race. You know, sometimes I try to sleep as much as possible, you know, because I got 3 kids at home. So I take a good opportunity to make sure I put the hours, you know. I like to sleep 9 hours on a Saturday, you know, if we have to get late to the circuit, if it's like a night race or so, then it works out pretty well because you have plenty of time in the morning.
What about pregame meals? Do you have anything in particular you like to eat before a race?
No, depends. It really depends if we got any time, you know, because normally the races are very early in the day, so you just have breakfast and it's very hard to get any lunch. But I'm always changing, maybe some pasta, plain pasta, to make sure I don't have any bad stomach throughout the race.
Yeah,
Smart.
I would imagine. Has it ever happened where you got in your suit and you're like, uh-oh, I got to go to the bathroom. This stinks.
Yeah, it has happened. It's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. Imagine driving at 300 kilometers and having those feelings. They're not very nice.
No, I would imagine. This might be a stupid question, but both you guys obviously, you know, live on the edge. You're going fast all the time. Do you guys ever get like frustrated when you're in an Uber and they're going really slow? Like, do you get mad at slow people in general in life?
Well, I don't really get upset or whatever when they are slow, because at the end of the day, they just drive to the speed limit most of the time, right? It's just when they lose the way, or like they're just taking an alternative route for no reason. Then sometimes, well, I'm actually pretty calm. Then I wouldn't immediately say that I would be upset and talk to the driver like, "Hey, what are you doing?" But inside, I would be like, what the hell is going on?
Right, right.
Yeah.
And just like when you're on the highway, like if you're going 70 miles an hour, that's slow to you, right? Like that's not fast.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course it is slow, but I mean, we of course also race a lot during the weekend. So actually, sometimes to just be driven around and just get from, let's say, A to B, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, that's true.
When did you guys first realize that you really loved going fast?
Well, I think when my mom gave birth.
You were early, his second trimester.
Yeah,
ready to go. Yeah. I always like see when the other like seeing your guys like old clips and kart racing and all that stuff when you were kids. That seems like the most fun in the entire world, because I remember as a kid, whenever I got a chance to drive in like a go-kart, it was like the best day ever. So, and you got to do that all the time, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I haven't driven a proper go-kart in like 5 years now. But I mean, I also started driving when I was 4 years old. So I did that for like 12, 13 years. So I think sometimes it's not bad to have a little break from it, but it is, let's say, easy going. It's where you learn all the basics of what you're doing right now. And of course, a lot less politics involved. So that is for sure very nice.
Okay, similar question for you, Checo. You love to golf. I know that, like, you know, we'll drive cars, but then when you get in a golf cart, for some reason, it's so much fun. You're like, this is sick. This is a golf cart. Do you still have that feeling when you get in a golf cart?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
especially if the golf course is a bit bumpy, or it has blind corners, it can get a good fun.
Yeah, because that would suck.
Actually,
yeah.
The last time I went with some mates, we went into a place in Puerto Vallarta in Vidanta, which is really tough. You have some blind corners and so on, and they had few drinks, and I was chasing them. But he missed the corner, so he just went really late into the corner, and he rolled over the car.
He did a bit of a jackass.
Wow.
He literally rolled the car into my mates.
Wow.
Jeez. And
it can get very, very difficult.
By the way, I heard you have really good ball control when you play golf.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah? How good are you?
I'm good.
When you shoot, what's good? Because to me, if you break 100, you're good. How good are we talking?
He's going to turn pro after his F1 career.
Yeah, what do you golf usually?
18.
So 18 handicap.
As a handicap.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I like that. It's like asking how good are you? Like, yeah, I'm good. You don't see that.
I mean, 18 for me, with the amount of time I spend playing golf, it's good, because I don't play that much. I'm not practicing enough. So But once I retire, I want to get down to into the fives, I think.
So
are you good?
No,
what's your handicap?
Yeah, I broke 130 last week, so that was pretty big for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I skipped 3 holes, but I shot 127.
I really don't understand what you guys are talking about. I never play golf.
Because hitting 100 on a golf course, it's like
it's good.
It's bad.
It's bad.
Yeah,
so Max, to put it in racing terms, if you had a race in like, let's say it was an hour and a half, we would do the race in like 4 hours.
Yeah,
right. Okay. That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it'd be like you could drive
still
backwards
finishing
faster.
The race, you're not crashing or hitting the wall, so that's good.
Correct.
Yeah,
that's good.
And we're also getting drunk during the race, and then just forgetting
how
to add up
a
the
lot
scores.
of fuel because you're not going that much flat out. So actually, you're very good for the environment as well.
Also, when you say we finish the race, that's not exactly right because we skip a bunch of holes. I usually stop around hole 12.
You just cut the track. It's fine.
Yeah.
Nobody will notice.
So, something that we always can't grasp our minds around is like F1. You guys are teammates, but you're also competing against each other. Like American sport, when you're on your team, that's your team. Is it difficult at times to be like, hey, we're a team, but we also are trying to win this race. Like you guys, you seem like you have a great relationship, but how does that work day to day?
It's just for the cameras.
Okay, yeah, you guys are gonna fist fight after this. I like that.
Yeah.
But is it difficult? Like, is it hard day to day to just be like, we know that we're going for the same goal, but at the end of the day, we also want to win.
Yeah, but I think it all has to do with respect, isn't it? Like if you respect each other, you can say to your teammate, like, you did a better job than me this weekend or whatever, in a race. And as long as you can do that to each other, and besides that, don't take things too personal and still have a good understanding also, not just purely about racing, but just in life or as like kind of teammates working together to make the team faster as well. I think that's what we have at the moment, and I think that works really well. But it's not always that easy, of course, because you can see in other teams it's not always the same. But it's very important to find that kind of relationship together, to always think about how can we make the car faster together, because you have to work together. And then, of course, at the end of the day, you both benefit from it.
Yeah.
What's the most important part, do you think, like being on a team that fosters that kind of teamwork, like having people around you that encourage you to get along, or is it mostly on the drivers?
I think it's a bit of both. I mean, you need to have the right people around you as well who don't stimulate the kind of like the internal fighting, if you know what I mean. And I think the team we are in at the moment, like there are a lot of good people, and we all get on really well together. And I think that is very important.
Yeah. Who's one unsung hero of Red Bull Racing? A guy that doesn't get their name out that much. Maybe somebody that kind of flies under the radar a little bit, but is very, very important to you guys doing your job.
Definitely not marketing.
We can definitely live without them.
Yeah, they set you up with these two assholes over here.
Yeah, they're sitting behind us, so we do have to say this.
Yeah.
But there are so many people involved that you always have to speak of a great team effort, because there are only a limited amount of people who come to the track, but there's so many people back at the factory who are working and contributing to this great results we get, that it's always impossible, to thank them enough.
Yeah. So this year, I should have said, by the way, from the start, I'm actually a Ferrari fan. So apologies.
That's all right.
Yeah. Well, you
Where's
guys.
your cap?
Yeah.
Why are you not wearing the cap?
I have some caps. I basically picked them because I wanted a team that I could essentially be like, yeah, look at the history, even though they're not that good now. It's like, yeah, but we have all these rings.
You're that kind of guy.
Yeah. Because I don't, all my other teams. The other teams I root for in American sports don't have that. I can't be like, it's basically, I've said it's like Yankee fans. Yankee fans can be like 27 rings. But how is it different this year against Ferrari versus like last year with Mercedes, where it felt, obviously the Mercedes rivalry was very heated at the end? How is it different now, like shifting it where Ferrari is your main competition for this season?
It's just completely different mentalities as well, because of course one side is, let's say, English, German, the other one is basically Italian for most of it. But I think in general for the sport, first of all, it's great to see Ferrari back up there. And I think it's good that you see different kind of teams like coming around and actually start fighting again for wins and potentially a championship. But also I think between the two teams, we get on really well. Of course, naturally you want to beat each other and you will always do everything you can to make sure that happens. But like I said, it's the same actually as what we have as drivers. As long as you respect each other, I think that's the most important.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. As far as the F1 race in Miami went, that seemed like it was an incredible spectacle down there. Like all the celebrities and everybody that showed up, especially before the race. Who was the most famous person you guys met in Miami?
Definitely, it's gonna be. I actually took him to the track. I drove with him with Bad Bunny. You know him?
Yeah, Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Yes.
That's cool.
Yes.
I mean, he's pretty famous in America.
Yeah. Is he a big F1 guy?
He's a very Bad Bunny.
Yeah, he's a Bad Bunny.
Is he a big fan of the sport?
He likes the sport. I think he recently started with it. So we actually had his picture on our car from his album, not
nice.
From him.
Nice.
I saw.
I thought you had a space in the cockpit.
I saw.
On my face.
I think Tom Brady was down there, right? Tom Brady was down at the race. What other sport?
He's not famous.
Yeah.
What other sport he is? Yeah. What other sport has athletes that you think would translate the best to becoming F1 drivers? Like, do you think soccer players as a whole would be good F1 drivers? American football, golfers?
I think the soccer players are good in anything. You know, they're very good because they can be like, if they play golf, they're really good at it. Or the golfers, they can be also very good. Fighters, you know, the boxers.
Yeah.
I to be honest, like, I mean, if let's say we do it the other way around, if you would put me on a pitch, like, I would get to a certain level, but I would never be, let's say, F1 worthy level in terms of in their sport, right? So
Football.
Yeah, whatever, soccer, football, name it, basketball. I'm probably not even tall enough for that anyway. So
Yeah.
but in general, like, you get, I guess, to a okay-ish level if you work hard for a few years, but you need to grow up with it. It needs to be your passion as well, right, to become really good.
But what if we took you guys and we put you in NASCAR? In the U.S., like, NASCAR has always been a very popular – that's been our motorsport that we've had. If you guys became NASCAR drivers, how long until you became dominant, P1, P2?
I think we certainly will enjoy it more because we can eat.
Yeah.
We can eat a lot.
Daniel won last.
Yeah, Daniel won last.
Yeah.
You know, our Mexican won NASCAR for the first time, so that was pretty big.
Yeah.
Well, I do race a bit of let's say, NASCAR on my simulator at home, and it's a completely different discipline. So for us to get good at it, it will also take quite a bit of time. You know, it's not easy, and it's the other way around as well for them. You know, to get good in an F1 car, whatever, it also takes time. You need to really grow up with it.
Yeah. All right, so this has been awesome, and we appreciate you guys coming on. I had one last question. It's the Roback question. Use code TAKE for 20% off your first purchase. We're going to send you guys some Q-Zips and hoodies for coming on the show, rhoback.com. Use code TAKE for 20% off your first purchase. So my last question is, in American football, which that's our favorite sport, there's a feeling you have when a pass will be incomplete and you're hoping for a flag right after. We've noticed, or at least I've noticed watching F1, there's always like complaints that every team has after a race. Do you guys finish a race and you're like, maybe we can complain our way to a victory? Because it feels like that's happened a few times, has it not? Not you personally, but the team principal.
Well, it depends. You know, sometimes it can be quite obvious. So then there is a chance of potentially getting a win or whatever. But yeah, it can happen. It has happened. But I think that's part of every sport. Like, you know, now also, let's say in soccer, you got this like VAR, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes you get a penalty or not. You know, yeah, these things happen. Yeah, quite a lot of sports now.
My dumb brain would be like, if I were you guys, I would like already be home eating dinner, being like, maybe it's changed. Maybe I won.
Yeah, keep refreshing Twitter.
Oh, well, I mean, I've been on a podium and then, you know, I was off it again, or yeah, you know, so I know that feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had one other question coming from one of our guys here that's actually a big F1 fan. He told us that they just made a rule change about porpoising. And I have no idea what porpoising is.
Yeah, what is that?
But can you tell us, do you like to porpoise, or are you upset that they made this rule change about porpoising?
Oh, we love it. We love it. It's so nice. No, so, I mean, you have been watching this year, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, and you see the cars always, not every car, but quite a few cars on the straight.
The gray car.
They're going, like, especially that beautiful gray car.
Uh-huh.
The car, you know,
Yeah.
it's going like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, with these new regulations, because we are generating the downforce also from the floor, it's basically what happens is that the car, of course, because of downforce, sucks to the floor. But then because of a certain stall or whatever, what happens under the floor, it goes up and down, like it keeps sucking. But then, of course, it stalls, it goes up, and then it tries to suck down again. And some cars or some teams have that more under control than others.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happens at 300, it's really not like, it can be painful for some if it's really aggressive. And of course, especially one team has been moaning about it a lot. So that's why I think now they will try to investigate or try to understand how we can limit these kind of things. So yeah, this weekend will be the first try to see how we can limit it for the drivers in terms of comfort. It will be quite interesting to see if it actually changes up a bit the performance between cars. You don't know yet.
Sounds like all right. So yeah, we're not going to name the team, but it sounds like they've been complaining a lot.
Well, it's a silver car. So
like a German guy with a British driver, kind of hypothetically.
I do not. Yeah, I think so.
Well, we appreciate you guys so much, and good luck this weekend, and hopefully we get to talk to you again. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Right. Thank you.
I'm ready.
Okay, wait, you've been on Pardon My Take before.
You have. You did the roast of Chris Long.
Yes.
That was
Chris
incredible.
Long.
So
Yeah.
that's the voice of Kate, the very, very funny Kate, our favorite Marine Kate, which that's just a fact.
It's true.
You're our favorite Marine.
Yeah, there's no other Marine at Barstool, so
Not that I know
nobody
of.
else matters anyway.
So Kate is here to do the Mount Rushmore of America.
USA.
I'm excited.
USA.
Yes.
Oh, wait, real quick before we start.
Oh, you brought
gifts.
gifts.
No, it gets so hot in here. Let me take out my baseball and my concealed carry permit. American things. It's a little toasty.
Your dog tags
Oh,
are on.
my
Oh,
dog
wow.
tags.
That's
Are those your
embarrassing.
dog
You left
tags?
those
Wait
on.
a minute. These say, pardon my take, Billy Football. I must have put his on by mistake. Hold on.
We're not saying his name on the show, though.
Oh, here we go. Big gulp.
Oh, fuck yeah. Is that Mountain
Kate's
Dew?
doing it.
Oh, you know it's... Oh, got you guys a little something.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. The lights in here are so bright.
Okay. U.S. Marine veteran hat, which is pretty sick.
Here you go. I just got you each a little.
What is
What'd you
that?
get? Oh,
Apple
oh,
pie?
it's apple pie. It's apple pie. I'm actually gonna
This
bite
is
it.
the
I
best.
hope this
from?
doesn't skew the results
No.
of what people pick. A couple little things I brought in before we start.
What's this? Where's this from?
I don't know. Some people would say I had to cut the lid off because it was from a French place and it's actually a pear tart. But
Oh, interesting.
Well, isn't a pear just a French apple?
it truly is. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So
Ready.
That was a good intro. We're gonna do Mount Rushmore of America.
Okay.
Because July 4th is coming up. What does America mean to you, Kate?
Boy, what doesn't it mean to me? Immediately, my first thoughts were of tobacco.
Yeah.
Crushing tobacco, being drunk, holding fireworks in your hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really getting to the edge of it all.
Yeah, drinking
excitement.
Danger.
like being drunk with a firework in your hand while the sun is beating down on you in a tank top. That's
Yeah.
America.
Hot
2 in the
dogs.
morning, firing a gun into a lake.
I also, that's big. I also
Yep.
feel like 4th of July is a big time, like, let's cook, like, 40 hot dogs and 30 hamburgers for,
gluttony.
like, 4 people.
Did you know, fun little fact for you, over the 4th of July, just on the 4th of July alone, Americans eat enough hot dogs to stretch from Washington, D.C. to L.A. 5 times there and back.
awesome.
Is that true?
Yeah, well, I read it
definitely.
online.
That is
definitely
read it
true.
online, so that's true.
Billy whispered it to you.
Yeah.
As
So-
you walk by.
Yeah.
I'm impressed by us.
Uh-huh.
But
Great
I
job.
always end up on 4th of July where it's like, whoops, maybe I shouldn't have cooked 700 hot dogs.
Yeah, I went to a 4th of July Marine wedding, and one of my Marine buddies, it was in their backyard in the Poconos, and everybody's cars got stuck in the mud on the driveway there, and then everybody's playing cornhole with their pistols just like in their back cargo pockets and stuff. And then, there's the fireworks with the hands, and they're like letting little kids do it, and I was like, this is what it's about.
Yes.
This is what it's all about.
us.
I am kind of glad, though, that I think that this is the year that tobacco does make a comeback.
I hope so.
Because we were saying yesterday, like, Juul is done.
Yeah.
Juul is over party.
Yeah.
It's time to bring back actual cigarettes in America.
I couldn't agree more.
Okay, so it's going to be great. 4th of July. It is like one of the best holidays just because the holidays there's no religion attached. It's just like get drunk and eat a shitload. Thanksgiving and 4th of July are that.
Right. And plus the weather. This is the weather. I feel like for a lot of people, this is really when the beach season starts, especially in the Northeast. It's still a little too chilly in June, but it like really kicks off the true heart of summer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Now,
Agreed.
are you one of those people that reminds everyone, like, hey, right as everyone's reaching like their peak drunkenness, just so you guys know, everyone that signed the Declaration of Independence got killed. So show some respect for them today.
That's true, and I like to remind everyone that it is about veterans at the end of the day.
It is.
As is every holiday.
Yeah.
You guys
Labor
get like
Day.
every holiday. Yeah.
We do. It all circles back
Veterans
to us.
Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day,
Still not
Halloween.
enough. Arbor
Yeah.
Day.
Arbor Day, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King Day,
Oh.
Christmas,
Always.
Easter.
everything.
Everything.
Everything's about the veterans. Just remember that shit. Every football game that's played, every baseball game.
Yeah, the NFL draft actually That's a whole day
Yes.
that celebrates veterans too.
I would agree. I think we should have more.
Yeah. You think it's not enough?
No, it's never
We
enough.
haven't thanked you enough.
I haven't heard you guys dedicate your show to us lately.
Today's episode, our 500th episode, actually,
Whoa.
is dedicated
Yep.
to the troops. So
Okay.
thank you to the troops.
Oh, you're welcome, guys.
Huge,
anytime.
huge. All right. Do you want to go first? Or you can
You know
decide
what?
the order.
Actually, Kate, I got a question real quick. If
Sure.
somebody like says thank you for your service, have you ever been like, you're welcome?
I sometimes. Oh, sure. No, I think it kills me inside a little. It's very nice when people say it,
Yeah.
but just like right now, I'm getting awkward. That's what I do. I'm like, oh yeah, yeah.
Because it's tough to be like, you're welcome.
Yeah,
I
it's
did that
weird
for
to be
you.
like, you're yeah.
I was thinking about you in particular.
I would
Yeah.
I would just go up and be like, I would just say like, oh, no thanks necessary.
You know what's a
I
crazy
enjoyed it.
response? Kyle Carpenter, the Medal of Honor recipient who's been here, he did the MRE pizza review with Dave. He jumped on a grenade that was thrown on the roof to save his buddies, and he survived. But I don't know if you remember him. He came
Yeah.
through here. His mom and little brothers were waiting outside, and they got all the Call Her Daddy merch. They were like cracking up. But this is back in the Gluck Gluck days. Anyways, his response when people say thank you for your service, he looks them right in the eyes, and he's got like a glass. He's like, you're worth it. Like, and I'm like, if I said that to people, people be like, Kate's drinking dumb bitch juice. That's
That's
doesn't
awesome.
come the same coming from me. But when he says it, you like get a tear in your eye. You're like, oh my god.
I would have given my seat up to a veteran on my trip back from Austin. I was sitting in like the very last row of the plane, and said no one wanted that, so I wasn't able to. But for the record, I was going to give it up in case they had asked me for it. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
That's the thought that counts.
yeah.
Yes.
You're welcome. You're
'Cause
worth
I
it.
wouldn't either.
Yeah.
To be honest with
No.
you. So.
No. Do you board planes first?
No, I
Why?
don't. And the veteran parking spaces, like I would rather
Wait,
park in the back of the lot
you
than
don't
use those.
You don't board planes first? That's the only reason to go in the Army.
It is, and I thought it's when you're active duty, but afterwards they don't care about you.
Oh, really? I thought
Yeah.
it was anyone.
I've heard him say veterans
I've
too.
heard them say
really?
retired.
No, I'm. You know what you're doing? You're mixing it up because at like baseball games, they'll say, if there are any active duty or veterans in the crowd, please stand up so we can clap for you.
But
Oh, yeah.
I think on planes it's active duty.
I think they do retired as well. You should just do it.
I'm gonna start doing it.
Yeah.
Who's gonna
Yeah.
stop me?
What are they gonna say?
I got dog
Like
tags.
yeah. What are they like? Like oh no.
Oh,
this
you
is-
think because I'm a woman I didn't serve?
Yeah.
That would actually
I'm not
be
serving
great.
right now.
Yeah, if somebody were to like question your service
Right.
as you're getting on, then you could play the sex card on them real
Pull
quick.
Right
my
on
phone
it.
out
Yep.
immediately.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, exactly.
I'm on
yeah.
it. Yeah. Okay. What did you say? Oh yeah.
All right. Do you want to go first?
Sure.
Oh, you got cards. All right. So which direction do you want to go after you?
You.
Okay, it's me and PFT combined, and then it's these guys combined. So
Okay.
it's three. So there's 3 teams.
Okay.
Okay,
Platoons.
platoons.
This is just, and it's all incumbent. It's American things, right?
Just America.
America.
Yeah. America.
It's as open ended as possible.
Okay. Sucking on chili dog outside the Tasty Freeze.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's-
there we go.
What a weird opening line that is.
Yeah,
You
Sucking
know.
on a chili dog.
You know, you and
Outside
your
of a
buddies
Tasty Freeze.
used to suck on chili dog. Remember that?
yeah.
Not plural.
Yeah.
Just all sharing one.
Sucking on the chili
Yeah.
dogs. All right, so our first pick was a little different. It was just football.
Oh, yeah. That's a good
Yeah.
answer.
It was football.
It was our
Okay.
1-1.
This football is the quintessential America.
That's true, and it is an American.
Yeah, it's just
a wholly
it's-
American
it is-
sport.
it is
Some
Yeah.
people
America.
call it American football.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Not us. It's
but
just
some
football.
people say.
But if you can think of like what's the most American thing out there? It's Sunday football.
I would say smoking a cigarette in the stadium while you're watching football.
I like
No,
these-
we can't do that
Yeah.
anymore thanks to
I like
Obama.
I like these very hyper specific Mount Rushmore picks by Kate.
Yeah.
And your dad is hammered sitting next to you, and he's talking
Screaming about
politics.
Donovan McNabb.
Yeah. Still. All right, football. Good
Okay,
answer.
football, yeah. All right. Go ahead. Hey, Team Hank. What you I just want to quit Mount Rushmore. Hank has made it miserable.
It's his-
Every time we look at him, he just gives us those biggest scowls.
It's his glances.
yeah.
It's not even the words that he says.
You don't think
it's
you
the
did a
look.
glance there?
Yo, there was a big time glance. You like tilted your head and
It
like,
was like it was a chore to be here right
That
now.
was a
I felt
huge
very-
glance. Are you serious? You don't think you glanced?
Nah.
You got lost where we were going.
if your glance
Yeah. No, I saw that look. You were like, it's not my pick, you idiot.
if your glance could talk, it would say boo 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 boo.
yeah.
No, Big Cat hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. He thought it wasn't his pick. All right.
And I wasn't ready.
2 picks.
We're gonna go with the Second Amendment.
Okay.
How many guns do you own? You just
it doesn't matter.
You just
PFD.
respect the right
He
to
could.
do it. Yeah.
if he
It's
wanted
America,
to.
yeah. When I
Right.
think
You
America,
like the idea that you could go out and buy a gun.
Right. You don't have to own one, but you just know that you
I don't
can.
even necessarily like the idea, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is
Looking
America.
at those arms, I'd say 0. Am I right?
Oh, shit.
Say he needs to get some.
Would you believe this guy says he's going to get a 6-pack?
Sure. No, I don't.
He's your boss.
I do not believe that.
Kate, you
but
want
you
to see
can
something
dream.
cool?
Yes.
So speaking of guns, look what we got. This is a very American thing
Please,
right here.
please let it be a gun.
Please
Right?
have it be a gun. I want a gun.
It's a gun,
oh, yeah.
but watch. It's actually a knife. It's a knife gun.
Yeah.
How fucking cool is that?
If I get robbed in New York City, I hope it's with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reverse would be cooler, though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
A knife that would
For
be
A
sure.
knife that you. Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
a gun that looks like a knife is really worthless. It's just
It actually gets you in the worst amount of pain.
yeah, it's an illegal thing that looks like a more illegal thing.
Right. And
Yeah.
if someone sees the thing they think it's supposed to be, they'll shoot you.
Yes, this is exactly what you should never bring to any sort of a fight.
Correct.
A knife gun.
It's awesome though.
And also, check this out. This is cool too.
This is the actual gun.
Yeah, this is the
There's a bullet that comes with it. And you want to guess what the bullet is?
A lighter.
a lighter. Yeah, I hope
no,
it's a lighter.
no, it's also a knife.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god!
It's a cute little baby knife.
Oh, I want
Oh my
that one.
god!
Isn't it adorbs?
Who sent
I want to
this
give that
you?
to my son. It's perfect size.
That's awesome.
4th of July. Here's your bullet knife.
Wow.
Yeah.
We got to start selling those in the store.
Yeah. Okay, Hank. Team Hank.
We're gonna go with John Cena announcing Osama bin Laden's
Oh,
death.
that's a
Yep.
That's a
Yeah.
great
That's a great
fucking
pick. Yep.
God damn it, that's a great fucking pick.
Shut up, Bubba.
He's been captured and compromised to the fullest extent. Actually, we shouldn't joke around about that. The man's dead.
Yeah.
Right.
Was you Osama,
see.
wet jumper. That sounds like you might be kind of into the team thing now. That's a great pick from Bubba. Would you have
Outstanding
thought of
pick.
that?
It was a great pick.
No,
Exactly.
you don't know what I'm capable of, though.
I think we do. I
Yeah,
think
we know exactly what you're.
I think we
I've
know more
won
than
Mount
anyone
Rushmore
else.
Every year we actually keep honest stats. You guys don't try and muddy the waters.
All right.
My next one, our next one, Hank.
Oh, I had that last one too, so I'll do that one after that one. You're the last one you sent to me.
Yeah,
I had that as well.
Okay,
So
all right.
yeah, that will be
So-
our third pick.
I'm gonna go with the second one on my list. You agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, light beer.
Yes.
Light beer. America was like, you know what? Beer's good. I wish there was slightly less taste that you could drink 10 times as many of them.
Except for Coors Light, the
Except for Coors
greatest,
Light.
Yeah.
greatest
Yeah.
light beer of all time.
Yeah, so
But it is
especially
true.
Coors Light.
Yeah.
Mountain Stern Blue. But light beer is the only I don't know any other country that specializes in making light beer. There's really none. Every other country's like, we like more flavor. Us, we're like, no, we just want to get drunker.
Right.
Right.
We like to get fucked up.
Right. I
all
want to
day
drink.
long.
I want to drink 20 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember my younger days of when we would do like kegs and eggs and wake up or whatever, like Miller Lite and stuff like that. It was like it's basically is hydration.
Yeah,
You're like
yeah.
you're doing something good for yourself.
It's also funny to just think about like from afar, like a case of beer, like a 30 rack of beer is just a lot of beer, but
Yeah.
it's not enough too.
It's just a lot of anything to drink.
Right, but it's like
Can you
that's
imagine
what like the fact that we buy beer in 30 packs and don't even flinch is very funny.
Oh yeah.
Like we need 30 of these.
I had an ex that like what drew me to him is that on like a casual Saturday he could crush a 30 pack and I was
Really?
like that's a man.
Yeah.
That's
That is a
fucking
man. That's America.
That's I guess.
If you're good at
I thought-
drinking beer, that's an asset right there.
Yeah.
That's
What
a man
happened?
you want to
He
hit
died
your
from
wagon
liver
to.
disease?
See, I think so. He was sitting out in the smoke pit. It was in the military, and he'd be smoking cigarettes, and he'd just be sitting there with the whole case just right next to him, not even in a cooler. And I was like, "Yes, please.
Yes,
I
yes,
want more
of
what this
that.
guy's serving
Hot
up."
beer breath.
Yes,
Delicious.
You know,
Yes.
you could never do that with any other liquid besides beer. Can you imagine just sitting down like, what are you going to do on Sunday? Oh, I'm going to drink 30 Sprites.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Frank.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I think Frank could put down a 12-pack of Sprites.
He probably could.
Yeah.
I actually knew a guy that used to carry around a 12-pack of Diet Coke, and he would drink a full 12-pack every single day.
Boss. That guy, Mike Francesa.
He was like 5'6" and 310 pounds.
Yeah.
But it was diet.
Yeah, it was diet.
Yeah.
He was healthy.
Okay. You have 2 picks, Kate.
Oof. Okay.
I'm very excited.
This
for
is
whatever
more of like a
hyper-specific
scene.
thing, yeah.
A cold beer on a Friday night in your jeans that fit just right, and the radio's on.
Yeah.
You know,
What about
like a
chicken fry?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just something about it.
I'm more of a fuck. I don't even know the lyrics to the Applebee's song that everyone did their TikToks with.
Applebee's on a late date night.
Yeah.
But that's a good pick. That's a very good pick.
Something about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just-
That song actually respects the troops.
Yep.
It
Halfway
does.
through that song, they break down into like a little snare march, and they ask everyone in the crowd to sing along.
Thank God for my life. Back in the day when I was drunk at the bars, that would give me the chills.
Yes.
I'd be like, everybody better shut the fuck
Yes.
up right now.
Yes.
Let
Yes.
this part play.
Yes.
And then, yeah, absolutely.
Give a salute to me.
Yeah.
All right, great one. Great pick. You got another one.
Oof. You know,
I don't think anyone's going to take your picks.
there's something about the lakes of Minnesota, the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas from sea to shining sea.
Yep.
Oh, from Detroit down to Houston, from New York to LA. The flag still stands for freedom, and you can't take that away.
Do.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died.
And women.
Yeah, and women, thank you to me. Then I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land, God bless the USA. Can you fit all that on
Wow.
the, on the thing?
Yeah,
That
we'll
was
make tiny
beautiful.
font.
Okay,
Yes, yeah,
tiny
Meme's
font.
going to have a real hard time with this one, but it's
Okay.
going to be very funny to see.
So I once had to fold, a giant flag at a pro tennis match as Lee Greenwood sang. And he sang, it was a saxophonist.
Ooh.
And Lee Greenwood, and we all had to keep straight faces, and that was very hard.
I mean, is there a guy that's made more, like squeezed
out of one
more
song?
out of one song than
Yeah.
Lee Greenwood?
No.
By the way, a callback to a former Mount Rushmore with Joey and Pat, straight things that are sneaky gay. I think playing saxophone is a straight thing that's sneaky more straight.
Oh yeah,
It's
Bill
so-
Clinton.
Bill
Yeah,
Clinton.
yeah.
Bill Clinton.
That's it. Saxophone
Absolutely.
is just like, we're about to have sex.
No, it's like
Yes.
that dude can eat box.
yeah, right.
Oh, if you can tickle a reed.
That dude
You can-
will put a cigar anywhere.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, literally.
Lit or
anywhere.
not, doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
We're game.
We're going to get back to Mount Rushmore season with Kate. But before we do, I want to remind you guys that the Barstool Sports Store has everything you need this summer, from swim trunks to cornhole sets. You can shop PMT and the rest of Barstool's summer items at store.barstoolsports.com. The Top Gun tees and hats selling like hotcakes. We've got low-key heat stroke vibes. I hear that those are moving off the shelves too. Get all your equipment, get all your PMT merch, get all the Barstool Sports merch at the Barstool Store, store.barstoolsports.com. We got a ton of great stuff. And Balls Beachwear. Just got some brand new Balls Beachwear in the mail the other day. I'm ready to go, baby. It's the summer. We're ready to rock, ready to roll. Get some PMT merch, get some Barstool Sports Store merch.
Okay, our next pick is one that I think everyone will appreciate. Also a sponsor of ours, Hooters. Hooters
yes,
is as
absolutely.
American as it gets. Go eat and look at some big old tits.
Delightfully tacky yet unrefined.
Fine, yes.
Yes.
That is America.
A good business plan, no matter what the event is or what type of like business that you're looking to start, is just like add boobs to it. If you just do anything that already exists plus boobs,
Yes.
there will be an element of guys that will be like, "Yep, let's go. I'm down."
Yes, yes.
Like hot sauce. We've got Billy Mitchell's hot sauce right here. If there was just boobs on the hot sauce, I would buy that.
Yes,
It would
and
sell.
and it's also like you walk in. What other restaurant can you walk into with the pre-written joke of being like, "I'll
Right.
have some breasts, some chicken breasts, hold the chicken."
And it works every time.
Every
They love
time,
it.
I'm sure
love
they
it.
love that.
I'm a thigh man myself.
Yeah.
I keep like circling back to military stuff. Suck my own dick over here. But there was this, I don't know, I'm being weird. There was this haircutting place off Camp Pendleton where that's what they did. Because you have to get a haircut every week if you're a guy. So there was a ton of little haircut places. And this place was, their thing was all the hairdressers had huge tits. And so the guys would go and they'd be like, oh, it's just the best when they're sitting there and their tits are rubbing against you while you're getting your haircut. And like the place absolutely
Little
crashed.
things.
That's
Yeah.
how you could
Smart.
get guys to go to the doctor more often.
or
You
the
said like,
dentist,
okay,
yeah.
this is a dentist office, but everyone's got a giant rack in there.
Hooters combined with the dentist
Yeah.
office.
Your
I'm
arm
going
would
every
get
day.
brushed. Your arm would get brushed
Yeah.
at least once.
Yeah.
Shit,
thrilling.
it's okay that my gums are bleeding.
Yeah.
You have big tits.
Pick away. Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right, last 2 picks for Team Hank.
We're gonna go with the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Yeah,
Okay.
great one.
Yeah.
I
Peter
also
King,
love
not
Peter
a
King
fan.
getting upset about it. That actually makes it more American that Peter King protests. It's like, all right, we're doing something right. Peter King.
And then for our final pick, we will go with refusing to use the metric system.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
choice.
That's
a
another
great
good pick.
fucking
Yeah.
That's a
Mount
strong Mount
Rushmore.
Rushmore
That
from
is a
Team
good-
Hank.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Thanks.
good.
That is a great one. Just the rest
Yep.
of the world uses it. It makes such perfect sense.
It's based on
Everything-
tens.
Everything is 10s or 100s,
Yep.
and we're like, we're doing 12 inches.
Yeah, and like then you go somewhere and it's like it's 30 degrees out. You're like, oh, it's cold.
Right.
No, it's actually 120.
Celsius. Yeah, the other one where Celsius 0 is freezing, right?
Why did we do
Isn't
that?
it?
I couldn't tell you.
It's,
think
yeah,
it
so
is.
Why
with
did we do
Celsius,
that?
0 is freezing and 100 is boiling.
Yeah.
It makes
which-
perfect sense.
Perfect
Yes.
sense. And we're just like, nope. Let's go 32 is freezing.
Yeah.
Well, for us, it's like 0 just means it's really fucking cold out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And 100 means it's really fucking hot out.
Yeah.
Right, right.
I like that. I do like that,
Yeah.
though. I do like that.
Yeah. Kilometers, get out of here. No
Yeah.
chance. Give me miles.
Yep.
It's so true how stupid we
Yeah,
are.
that's great. I love that.
Are we the only ones who don't?
No, there's another country that does it too. I forget what it is.
They're
It's
just-
like us and maybe Australia. No.
Liberia.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah.
Who? All right, I'm gonna Google it.
I think
PFT.
that's
Let's do our
why you
last
give me that
pick.
look.
No, I was like, yeah, maybe Liberia. Hank might be right.
Countries that don't use metric.
All right, so for our last one, you know what? We're going to go with Mount Rushmore.
Liberia. Liberia's correct.
Hank,
yes.
wow.
Myanmar, Liberia, and the U.S.
Where did Hank pull that one out of?
Yeah, what the fuck, Hank? You're on fire.
I was just, the look that
good.
I gave you, the glance that I gave you was because I couldn't believe that Hank, my brain was scrambled. I was like, is Hank correct about geography?
Liberia, Burma, which is AKA Myanmar, and United States.
And those places aren't.
They're doing
so-
well. No, they're doing
Oh.
great. They're like, we'll follow these guys.
You ever been to Liberia?
off the face of the
It's
earth?
beautiful.
That's where they had
Time
that
of year.
dude, General Butt Naked, he was like a general in the army that used to just not wear clothes, and he'd go around eating people.
Kind of like that.
Great
Whoa.
place.
Yeah.
Power move.
He
Yeah,
probably
so,
just went crazy because he was like, this system makes no sense.
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore is their last one.
Yep.
Just Mount Rushmore. in
Mount
general.
Rushmore.
So we'll
All
take
Mount
all the
Rushmore.
presidents: George
Yeah.
Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Ben Franklin, Alexander Hamilton, the greatest presidents that we've had.
No
carved
JFK.
their
I
face
thought.
into rock.
JFK's on there.
Part of his head's on there.
Yeah.
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter.
Right.
Jimmy Carter he actually brings everyone together in this country.
He's a
because
delight.
I think everyone agrees. Like Jimmy Carter, great guy, probably shouldn't have been president.
He should run again.
I would
Is
vote
he
for
still
him.
alive?
Yeah, he's
Peanuts,
alive.
He's alive.
Yeah. That's gonna be
Big
sad
Peanuts
when
guy.
he dies. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be sad.
Yeah, he's getting
Yeah.
smaller and smaller. He's just gonna shrink until like he's bite size.
Until that's it.
Yeah.
It'll be so
Put him
adorable.
in. Imagine if he ran for president. And just the VP candidate just put him in his pocket, brought him around.
Baby
Little
Bjorn.
Jimmy. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
Can I read off just my last one?
Yeah. Well, yeah. You didn't
Just
know that we'll
quick?
do honorable mentions. So
Saved
pick
rounds?
it.
Okay.
And then we'll do honorable mentions.
Okay. Do you want me to say it now?
Yeah. Do your pick.
I was going to read them off like a medicine ad. The
Wait, no,
Zero Block 30 podcast.
Oh,
That's your
is that
last
your
pick?
pick?
That's, yes.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no.
No, do your last
No,
pick.
sorry,
Then we
Zero Block
do-
30.
Yeah.
You're great, but not that great.
Yeah.
A pontoon boat pulling a tube on a string.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
that's
something
pretty good.
about, because I think we're the only country that tubes really down rivers, behind boats.
Pontoon boats too are very American. Where it's
Yes.
like, how can we be in a living room while on a lake?
Yes, there's a carpet on it.
Yeah, right.
So,
It's
yes.
like perfect.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
had pontoon boats as well.
I feel like
Haha.
lakes are very uniquely American. As
Right.
far
They
as
don't
I
have
know,
them anywhere else.
we're the only
No.
country that really
Correct.
does lakes.
But I
Correct.
think, but you're right though that we, like, I feel like we're the only ones that leisure correctly on them.
Yeah.
Like you go to Italy, people are being fancy on the lake, but people aren't.
No, they're in like wooden boats that
Right.
look beautiful, and we're in pontoon boats.
Right.
Or they're like in a hill next to the lake drinking wine while looking at the water.
Right. They're not doing it
we're
right.
hands deep in the water.
We're making
Yes.
sure all of our gasoline goes into the water.
Yes, 100%. I love that smell.
Yes,
I do.
Me too.
Diesel
Me
in the
too.
water.
That's
Ah.
the best too. When someone puts like a shitload of engines on a pontoon boat. So
Yep.
it's like we want to be in a living room that also goes super fast on a lake.
Oh, I love those videos where the pontoon, there's like a family of like 20 on it, and it hits a little bit of a wave, and the whole thing just goes down
Yep.
immediately.
Yes. Okay. Honorable mentions. Let's do it. Honorable mentions. We also had Traffic. I like that. Mm-hmm. Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
He's American as American gets.
Yes.
What was that, Hank? What was that look? He's been canceled. Yeah, but guess what? He's back from being canceled.
Yeah.
That's the most
He did make
American
a
thing ever.
recovery.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was pretty racist, but then he came back from it, and now he's no longer canceled.
Yeah.
That's so
But
American.
still racist.
Still American.
Still right, yeah.
Right.
But he came back.
Right. But he apologized publicly for his racism, but still holds it deep in his heart.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's
And he
America.
took down Deadspin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fucked his best friend's wife.
Yeah. That's American.
American. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arrogance. Just arrogance is American.
Yeah.
Oh, for
Well,
sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
we're the best.
Is it arrogance if you just know that you're the best?
That's true.
Or is it a statement of fact?
Yeah, it's actually being humble because we don't say how good we are all the time when we could.
Yep.
Winning is American.
Definitely.
Americans are winners.
I feel like we'd have that happy attitude right to the end.
Yeah.
If we
Yeah.
like it, which
How
is
m-
great.
Yeah.
How many Super Bowls has the rest of the world won?
Zero.
None.
Zero.
Yeah,
Zero?
we've won a Grey Cup.
Yep.
Don't forget that, Canada.
We've got the Stanley Cup too.
Yep. Rocky IV.
Yes.
Rocky IV is so American. Just going and fucking just ending the Cold War, ending Russia. That's as American as it gets.
I
Yeah.
like the idea of like each nation's best fighter competing in a boxing match, and whoever wins that fight wins the war.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
There
the
could
Olympics
be,
should be
Olympics,
decided
yeah.
by wars.
Yes.
The Olympics should decide wars.
Yep.
that would be so much more exciting and less deadly, some would
Right.
say.
Yes.
That's-
I
just
had.
thought on that.
We had.
Kate's going to a dark place. Sorry.
We
yeah,
had
war.
War.
trucks.
Yeah, truck nuts.
We're really the only country that does trucks correctly too.
No,
KC lights,
yeah.
the big KC
Yeah.
lights.
Every other country has tiny little cars.
Yep.
Like the coolest thing you can do with a truck in America is make it so it pollutes more and
Yeah.
puts out heavier black smoke.
Yeah.
And roll coal on
Yeah.
people.
Hummers.
Grave digger.
Yeah,
We're
oh,
the only
monster
place that
trucks.
has a show where we just run them over dirt hills.
Yes.
Like
Monster
we fill
truck
a stadium.
rules.
Monster
It
trucks
does.
fucking kick ass.
It does fuck. I can't wait to take my son. Like I
Yeah.
can't wait till. Absolutely.
We had Ludacris. Ludacris is very American.
Yes.
Hose in every area code. Fireworks.
Yep.
Guitars.
Guitars.
Oh,
yeah.
guitars.
Guitars are pretty
Yeah.
American.
Guitars are very American. Pizza as well.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Pizza.
We had
Burritos.
Tacos.
obesity on our list. Was the only one that
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a
Make it
good
on.
one. That's very
Yeah.
American. Yep. All right, what do you have as your honorable mentions, Kate?
I had like 3XL shirts, big and tall stores.
Yep.
Tornadoes, cargo shorts, and jorts. Mm-hmm.
I never thought about tornadoes. Do they have tornadoes anywhere else?
You don't hear about
It's
it.
mostly, I think, in Tornado Alley.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They don't. We're so fucking cool. We're the only ones who have tornadoes.
Right. Our wind is the only wind strong enough to
Yeah.
do such a thing.
Do you think like the movie Twister did well overseas, or were they like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah. What? We're not
Yeah.
going to America.
Their hurricanes are so tiny over there.
Yeah.
It's a tornado. The super soakers with the backpack jugs.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
you could really fuck people up. Assembly lines.
Yeah.
People forget that was also us.
Yep.
American Gladiators, specifically Gemini, Nitro, and Malibu.
Not Blaze.
Mostly Gemini, number one,
Okay.
hands down.
That's a show that I think they might have brought it back, but that show would work at any time.
Anytime.
They brought it back, but they did it all wrong. They brought it back and used like all these like cameras that were handheld and like really super close. The beauty of American Gladiators was it was filmed like an actual sport.
Yeah.
With like long
Yeah.
distance stationary cameras. And meanwhile, you just had some jacked up dude on steroids firing a machine gun
Yeah.
that shot
Tennis
tennis
balls,
balls
yeah.
going like
Yeah.
110 miles per
that
hour
was
at
the
people.
best.
Yep. I
The
wish
best.
American Ninja Warrior, I wish they would do that. Like, have to go through weapons to
Yeah.
get to the end. And finally, I think, no, that's it for me.
Well,
Oh,
Zero
Zero
Blog
Blog 30
yeah.
podcast. A
Go
new episode's
subscribe.
out. Like and subscribe. We're on YouTube every Tuesday and Friday episodes come out.
Love it.
It's a delight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else from anyone else? I mean, this is America, baby. This
Yeah.
is a great Mount Rushmore. I feel jacked up for the 4th.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look. What else do we have?
putting a boot up your ass. It's the American way. And Uncle Sam's flag.
Toby Keith.
Toby Keith.
That would have been a good
so
choice.
American.
Oklahoma is very American.
Oklahoma
the sky.
is, yeah.
The Oklahoma sunset.
Dirt bikes.
People forget.
It's the darkest sky in the world.
They call it Big Sky Country in Oklahoma.
They certainly do. They certainly do.
Oh, we had apple pie on there, obviously.
Yeah,
the bald
apple pie.
eagle.
Yep, bald eagle. That's America.
Yep. I like people talking about you go to Alaska and you go to a Dunkin' Donuts and then you're driving around the back to the drive-thru and there's a dumpster and there's just like 50 eagles eating the trash out of it and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're like raccoons
I think that's
up there.
very American.
They're like super pesty up there.
Yeah.
It's almost to a point. I was always told growing up that there were like 5 bald eagles in America and we have to protect them.
Yeah.
And now there's like too many bald eagles.
They're back, though.
They're so back.
They're so back.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a great Mount Rushmore. Thank you, Kate. You're
Thanks
the
for
best.
having me.
Yes.
Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Happy 4th of July.
Woo!
Everyone get ready. Great long weekend. And Kate, we might have to call on you again for another Mount Rushmore because you
Please
crushed
do.
this one.
This is a delight.
Yes.
Enjoy your French pear tarts.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spit mine out because I'm American.
Yeah, not saying the word France.
Yeah.
is also
Yeah,
a big
that's true.
American
Freedom
thing.
fries.
Freedom
kissing.
baby.
That's right.
All right. Thanks, Kate. Okay. Thanks to Kate. Great Mount Rushmore. By the way, Friday we have a Mount Rushmore with the boy, Will Compton. And just a reminder, next week, we are off on Monday. That is July 4th. But we could have taken the whole week off, but we're not going to do that because we love you guys. And we're going to do a Wednesday show and a Friday show. Friday being Tim Wood's new campaign in Dungeons and Dragons. So it's going to be, you want to say it?
It's going to be brazy.
It's going to be brazy. It's going to be hella brazy.
Brazy.
Okay, let's do numbers and get out of here. Also, someone tweeted me something very interesting that I thought might be a fun thing to do. Hank, have you ever gotten the number correct?
Nope.
Jake, how many numbers do we have left that haven't been picked?
How about
6.
you just be original?
What if Hank
What if we
Well,
all
no, get it
what if we all pick
no,
one of the numbers?
No, if all the numbers are picked before Hank gets one right, Hank should have to get a cat.
And what
That's
about
not
you
a bad
guys?
idea.
No, see, I'm down.
I mean, it's gonna
No,
take
we've
a
all
long
gotten
time for them all to be picked.
We've all gotten the numbers. So what do you mean? What
if I get it right beforehand? You have
You're
to get a
good.
cat.
No, you're
No,
good.
it's
See,
Hank-
I'm
and
down
no
to
cat.
do, like I've always said,
But
I'm
Hank, the
down to do a
odds
cow
of all-
bet. There
just-
has to be Jake.
The odds.
You're a nerd. You're a stats
yeah, I
guy.
know. It's gonna be.
What,
it's gonna
for
take a
what
long
reason
time.
is there for
all-
me to risk getting a cat if there's no reward?
For
There's
the reward
content.
is for the listeners.
I feel like there's a higher chance of you losing that Duke Zion bet for the cat
Yeah,
than
for
this
sure.
one because there's 6 left. And
6
all
left.
6 have
You
to
just
be
have to
picked.
get one right before all 6 get picked.
You have to be so they have the exact same odds of being picked
There's only
as you do of
6?
picking
6.
yours.
No.
Yeah.
Why? What do you mean? That's
I will say this every single time you guys bring up cat bets.
big cat.
Give me something on the other side,
what?
and I'll throw it out there.
You want to get a cat?
No. If Hank doesn't do it, just take your name off his lease.
Ooh, I could.
Fine.
Well, it might not. The bet still might be going. It still probably will be going.
No,
in a year.
because now I'm in a fucking. I just realized I wed myself to my enemy because Hank could just stop paying rent and then they'll come after me.
That's true.
He has that over me now.
That's true. Hank, if you
Fuck.
don't, you're no longer welcome at my Brazy Beach house.
Damn. Fine.
Oh, damn.
If you
don't do this bet.
do the cat bet.
We have 89 out right now.
All right.
Last winner.
26. Has 26 been picked?
No, should we just all take those not picked numbers?
Yeah, why not? 26.
27.
27. Fine, I'll do it. I'm just going to pick one of the numbers every time.
What? Yeah.
So
you
you're
could
hedging.
do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
You all right? So your deal.
Until you get to the last one.
No, but like that's the thing. I'm not doing this for no reason. I need to win something.
All right, we'll think about
I
it.
am
We'll
down
think
to
about it.
risk
We'll
a
think
cat.
about it.
Like it's just like it's a very dumb thing to do. Like I realized when I almost had to get a cat, and I didn't get anything for not getting a cat. That it was
Cats
a
don't
really
live that
dumb
long
thing
anyway.
to do.
what if
No,
you
they
just?
do.
What if you get a dog? As a celebration.
I don't have time for
He's
an
a
animal.
kid. I mean, come on.
So it's 6, 26, 27, 29, 51, 78.
All right, 26.
62.
55.
All right, I'll go 27.
What was your number, Hank?
62.
Oh!
94.
94. 94.
I saw this.
94.
Sixth time.
That would have been incredible.
So like low key, So the oldest evidence of domesticated cats dates back 9,500 years. So that's like pretty trippy. You basically have like a fossil in your home. Love you guys.